Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge. You can find us on IC Radio, and we're, something at the studios of the Fiesel Farm, Donna Nell Lane. So you can find us in North Alabama, but you can also find us on television. I didn't tell Haley, but Haley's on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. So if you're listening from anywhere in this country or all over the world and you're thinking about developing a business in the North Alabama area, we got them trained. They're ready to go. Some employees ready to go. So I've got with me right now Haley Wilson. She's Alamap Success Coach. Now, what is an Alamap Success Coach? With
Well, this
Northeast
is a
Alabama Community College, by the way.
yes. Well, this is a new position. It actually benefits manufacturers. We're doing apprentice, and we're trying to help the local businesses get trained employees in. The Alamap program is a $12 million grant, and Northeast was actually included. It is a up and coming program. So there's only a few colleges around the state that actually have a success coach, and Northeast was one because we have such a great turnout here with our students. They're willing to learn, they're willing to work. So we were put into this program, and what it does is it helps students who may not actually be able to afford college. If they're working and they're trying to raise a family, this program will help them. It can actually help them pay their tuition, it can help them pay for books, and even in some cases, if they say, I can pay my tuition, but I'm having a hard time paying my utility bill. Can you help me this month? Yes, this grant can do that.
That is awesome. Absolutely. It's been a long time since I graduated from high school in 1977, and I'm just glad to say this. Northeast was a great college then, but the way that developed, I mean, it's huge now. There are so many resources out there at the college, and I thank you guys for that. Now, you've been with Northeast for quite a while.
Yes, I actually was a student here. I actually came back. I had came in the early 2000s, and of course, life, family, and everything gets in your way. And so I left. And the more I thought about it, I drive past Northeast, and I thought I really need to go back. And so I actually came back here in 2016, and I was a student here, and I finished up my degree, and I stayed. So I really have been here since 2016 as a work study, and then as a part-time employee, and now as the Alamap Success Coach. So I loved it, and I stayed.
I'm really glad because I'm seeing such a passion. The instructors at Northeast really do love what they do, and they really like enhancing the lives of their students. And there's so many ways you guys do that.
Oh, yes, absolutely. There's just so much now that students can accomplish here. There's new programs, and we're doing, cross country. We're going to be doing the softball. So there's a way for students to get active in everything that we have, everything from, our groups, the English Honor Society and Rotaract, and now they can actually do activities. So this college is growing. Dr. Campbell has done an amazing job bringing all this in.
Absolutely. Haley, we're talking with people all over the United States right now, maybe even all over the world. I know we do have a satellite position in Australia as well. So those folks are watching us from Australia and in England as well. So if you are thinking about locating a business in North Alabama, you really need to think about this area because we have Northeast, who is just a huge champion of the students here. And there help wanted signs all over the country, but very few here because we know how to train them, or you guys know how to train them.
Yes, absolutely. And our students just do so well. It's amazing to me how they come in and our instructors work with them. And, we try to find them funds if they do not have the ability to come. We are just out there going to the high schools. We're talking to students and potential people as they call and come in. So I'm really excited about all the changes that's coming and how the school is growing.
Well, and I'll tell you something. When COVID hit, the year 2020, in case you have not heard of COVID, a lot of businesses, and I heard a little bit about it, unless you've been living under a rock, But you guys were really fast. I mean, you were jumping all over it. What can we do? We've got to help the students, and that was just your number one concern was helping the students. And you guys really won that battle.
We did. You know, it's amazing how it was like a plan was put into place almost immediately. I mean, there was no time wasted within, you know, the first few days of kind of seeing how everything was playing out and what was going to happen, what needed to happen. You know, Dr. Campbell just jumped in. He made a committee. Those folks went to, you know, looking at the statistics, went to looking at, okay, here's where our students are. What can we do to help them? And, you know, it was immediately getting a plan of action, putting the classes online. They didn't miss any of their class and schoolwork. It was just absolutely amazing to sit back and watch because I had taken this semester off. I was actually at another college finishing up one of my degrees. And to me, it was amazing how fast that Northeast transitioned and made everything happen to make it a priority.
And it was. I'm telling you, they were just like we're beekeepers here on the farm, and it was like watching bees. I mean, you know, how bees work together. But you guys we're just so passionate about making it work. And it
Yes.
absolutely did. The plan did work. So, and then again, I want to talk to the rest of the country about North Alabama. Okay, we are a tight knit bunch. We look out for each other. We look out for folks who don't have jobs, maybe. But I wanted to talk with folks about how the businesses are basically they're cheerleaders for Northeast, and they look to you guys also for employees. How does that work?
They do. You know, we are out, we actually invite the businesses out here and they present to our students. And, you know, every time they come, we have a classroom full of students who are very interested in, you know, well, what do you have to offer? Or, you know, what can I offer you? What are you looking for? And even our instructors come to those meetings so that they know what the employees are looking for. You know, we try to be first and foremost, you know, here's what we have. We're training our students this way. Is there something else that we can do? And that has helped tremendously. But we go out to, the schools, I mean to the businesses, and we talk to them. We sit down, and I've been out several times, you know, explaining Alamap to them. Hey, we have this, we'd like to help train some of your employees. It won't cost you anything. And that is a benefit to the company, and that's what they're looking for. They think, wow, Northeast is really, you know, a step ahead. We want to work with them. We want their students.
It was a whole lot of fun. It was one day last year, and you guys had an event at the college. And so a number of the folks there, Melissa Ledbetter, and a lot of the instructors were actually on the show. Well, we got Dr. Campbell to kind of come through, but anyway, we did tag him. So, but I was just getting over COVID when that happened. And just so, you know, I mean, I was mustering myself up there, but you guys are such encouragers, you know,
Yeah.
and I got to see what one of your events was like using Zoom. And
Mhm.
but I could see what was happening. But the students, I would see them walking in the door, and then they were looking at it was almost like a wow factor. It's like the students were just we didn't know we had all this here. So you're bringing it all in so the students can see what's here. You don't have to move away. You can stay right here in North Alabama.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we offer amazing scholarships. You know, we help them if there's anything that we can do to get them to come, if we can get them to come back. You know, we reach out to the students, and that was something that was very different to me. When I've been on both sides, of course, I've been here as, you know, faculty and, you know, working through and an office assistant, and then as a student. And matter of fact, I told Dr. Campbell that to me, with all the classes that I took elsewhere and what I took here, it was one of those that I would rather be at Northeast than anywhere. The friendships, the education, everything was first and foremost here. And I know that firsthand because, like I said, I have been a student here recently.
Absolutely. Let's talk for a few minutes about the area of North Alabama for all you folks who are thinking about a business. Lower taxes here. I mean, that's number one right there. Okay, great employees and the extreme low cost of living here. It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Mhm. It is. And, even here at the college, for students and people who want to come here, I discovered when I was actually looking and what I wanted to do, I came to Northeast because the fees, the tuition, and everything is so reasonable here. You can come here and get all your basics, or you can get a degree and go straight to work. And it is normally about half the cost it is if you are looking at another college or moving to a bigger college.
Hmm. Also, the location, because I love small town, and like I said, we're on a farm. We're on 38 acres of land here on this farm. So it's kind of cool. But another thing that's really cool too is if I get the hankering and I want to go to a big town, a big city, I can go to Chattanooga's just right up the road, Huntsville, Birmingham, Atlanta is just right down the road. We're kind of in the middle of everything in this area.
Oh, absolutely. And, I love to hike and get out. And this is the prettiest country when you're going across the mountains, especially in the fall when the leaves are changing. You don't have to leave. You don't have to go to the Smoky Mountains. You can have a beautiful view here. You can see the land, the lakes. It's just gorgeous to me. It really is. And, I know a lot of people come here and they decide to stay, and I can see why. I really can, because it's just gorgeous here.
Absolutely. I used to get tickled at my grandmother and her sister, my Aunt Ruth. So my
Uh-huh.
Aunt Ruth, they owned a business here in Geraldine. And so they would go to the Smoky Mountains. And my grandmother would say, "Why are you going to the Smoky Mountains when we have all of this here?" And my Aunt Ruth would say, "To get away from you."
I could say I'm with your mom. I mean, it's just like, when you're coming through. I actually went out to, I went across the skyline and out to the walls of Jericho about mid October, almost November. It was the prettiest view, the reds, the yellows just going out. And, honestly, people who have not come to North Alabama, they don't know. You don't meet strangers here. It doesn't matter if you know somebody or not. You speak, you say hello, how are you? We're glad you're here. And that's just amazing. That's something you don't find in a big town. You'll find that more here, that people are glad you're here. And we're like
Uh-huh.
that at Northeast. We're glad you're here. Come on out.
Absolutely. And the parks we've got, Buck's Pocket. I mean, Buck's Pocket's just in my backyard. I
Oh,
mean,
it's right down
beautiful.
the road from us. Yes, gorgeous, isn't it? Hmm.
Uh-huh. And I got tickled when we moved back. I had forgotten. So we lived in Charlotte, North Carolina for a long time. And so we moved back and somebody got in contact with me from Hollywood. They said they were from Hollywood. And I'm going, "Oh, Hollywood, Alabama, the good Hollywood." Now, you guys work real close with the tech schools also, with the high schools. That's
Yes,
really amazing.
we do. Yes. Actually, I'm just recently moved, but I lived out in Hollywood. That's where I grew up out there, and it's beautiful out there. And we're getting the new technology center there at Epcot. It's amazing. It won't be long till it's open. Just the opportunities that are going to be there is incredible for high school students. It's like they're starting early and, getting an idea of maybe what they want to do. They can, I want to do welding. Okay, you can go to the tech school and try that. Well, if you don't like it, you can change. So, it gives the students a great opportunity to try what they think they want to do. And if it's not, there's another opportunity for them. So that is fantastic for this area.
Absolutely. I know someone who wanted to get into the medical field. And
Hmm.
then when she got into the college works of blood and guts and all that kind of stuff, she said, "I still want to be in it, but I think I want to do like medical coding or something." Because the medical world is always going to be. I mean, that's always going to be. And so are any of the jobs where you work with your hands, welding and all of those. And I did a study, I got to do my own research about things as well. So I did a study on welding. So if you want to stay close to mama, you can. You'll be able to stay right here in North Alabama, make good money, low cost of living, hang out with mom a little bit, and let her pay a few bills and then save up your money and buy yourself a place. You can always do that. And then some people want to kind of get away from mama just a little bit. If you wanted to go to LA, which is lower Alabama, and work out on the Gulf Coast, I mean, underwater welding pays like six figures. I mean,
Yes.
wow.
It's incredible. And the thing that excites me about welding is we have more young ladies and more women going into welding. And I am so glad to see that. It's just amazing because, to me, a woman can do anything when she sets her mind to it. And to see these young ladies, I think we've had 2 to 3 already and more. Obviously, there's more coming. But, it's always been declared, I guess, a man's field. But these women, they're strong, they're getting out there, and they're making a way for themselves. And it's amazing. I am so excited about that.
Let's go ahead and go. Hey, let's go into a commercial break, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes. But y'all hang in there, and let's talk about women in the tech world, okay, when we come back. That's going to be another awesome thing. We'll be right back. The Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful, in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park, and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales look forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Fort Payne and Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at TwinCityUsedCars.com or go by the locations in Fort Payne and Gadsden. We sincerely look forward to serving you. Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020. We're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night or a celebration for our Lamone's, you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone Mexican Restaurant.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest My Pillows ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on go with our Roll and Go Anywhere My Pillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have My Pillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing My Pillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Good afternoon. We are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I am your host of The Edge. You can find us on IC Radio. You can also find us on television several different ways. You can go to channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundant TV, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. wow, technology. And you know something, technology is going on live and wild right here in North Alabama as well. I have Haley Wilson with me right now. And Haley, we were talking about women in business and in the tech world. And a lot of women, let me tell you about this lady I know. Her name is Sherry Cagle. And she's from my old neck of the woods in Oxford, Alabama. And her dad was the owner of a business. And so it's a welding business. And the sons really had no interest in it, but Sherry did. She took
Mhm.
over, and it is a huge success. And she got her training through tech school.
Yes, absolutely. We are seeing more and more young ladies and women, come through our building and construction, the HVAC, the plumbing. It's so exciting when we go over to the buildings and I see these young ladies, they're out there, they're just interacting, they're hands on, they are just like, I'm going to try this and I'm going to conquer this. And then in our electrical, our AC and DC, they're learning how to wire, they're learning how to do everything that you would always have considered a man's world. These women are taking it by storm, and I'm so excited to see that.
So you
I
got to
am.
think outside the box. I mean, you really
Yeah.
do. Melissa Ledbetter said that when she's on the show, she's going to come here to my studio because I'm a metal worker.
Uh-huh.
And so I like to make decorations and stuff for the house, but jewelry and stuff like that. But one of
Yes.
the ladies I most admire is also from the Oxford area. Now she has retired, but she was back before it was popular to do so, back in the 80s and the 90s. She's a metal worker, making jewelry, selling it all over the world, and
Yes.
just really made a nice living out of it. And now the front part of her store looked like Tiffany's in New York. And so I was there one day and she said, "You want to take a look in the back where the fun really is?" And I said, "I've been aching to get back there." And say what? I'm telling you what, it was a dream. But again, think outside the box. There's so many things you can do. Just use your imagination, right?
Yes, absolutely. And it's changed so much. Even when I was in high school, which was back in the 90s, it was more, the business world was more for women. And I'm so excited to see that changing, because even when I was graduating high school and, some of my friends were at the tech school and things, you never really thought of a woman in welding or, even in engineering, something as simple as that, and especially building and construction. But I'm so excited to see these young ladies that are coming out here to Northeast. They have a wide open field and they can jump into anything that they want. And majority of them that I have talked to are conquering it. They're not even looking back. They have no fear. They're like, I can do this. And, we encourage them. We want them to do that. And so far, it's been a great program for all the ladies, our tech program.
Well, I mean, it's not like it used to be back in the old days. I used to work for GTE and I handled their government and corporate accounts. And their corporate accounts were a lot of manufacturing companies. And I remember back in the day, now this is in the 80s, and
Uh-huh.
when nobody had a cell phone. And I remember going to some of the manufacturing companies, and there would be a banner like, "No one has been hurt for 5 days." And I'd be like, should I even come in? I mean, it's nothing like that anymore. I mean, and some of the companies, I'm going to say some of the manufacturing companies are as clean as a hospital.
Yes, they are. Some of the plants that we've been into are absolutely amazing. When we go out and tour the facility, there's nothing on the floor, there's no yarn, there's nothing. They're making sure that when someone comes into this plant to go to work, that they are comfortable, they feel safe. And that's just a big change. I'm with you. Even from the 90s, that's a huge change, going in and everything's so clean and you can go in with a white suit on and come back out with a white suit on.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. I mean, that's just the way it is. And let's dig in just a little bit more. I know that you guys are advocates and you help folks find employees in this area, but you also help the students, like, because it's not like it was back in my day in the 70s. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have all these attractions that kind of keep your mind off of everything. You give a lot of great suggestions to folks what to do on a job interview.
Yes,
And
our
what
106
not to
class. Yes, yes, absolutely. We have a wonderful class here. It's a workforce development class. And it does soft skills. That's what it teaches. It teaches you how to introduce yourself, how to do an interview, how to even do something as simple as writing an email, because you'd be surprised that a lot of times the younger students, they want to do an email like they do a text. And you can't do that. You have to be a business professional. So this class has been amazing. We have so many people who go through the class, and some come out just to take it. Even if they don't take any other classes, they want to take this one because they do want to know how to do a resume. I mean, we set them up and show them how to put their resume and put the most important things on there and how to speak to someone and what questions could be asked and how that, they want to start a career versus just get a job. And that makes a difference when you're talking to a company these days.
Oh, it does. Haley Wilson is with me right now. She's with Northeast Alabama Community College. It's so fun to be with you today because I really love what you're doing for the community. Your outreach is just really up there. It's very
Mhm.
impeccable, is what it is. So we're talking about talking with students what to do and what not to do on a job interview. And like my granddad, okay, he was my offer. Both my granddads, they were businessmen. And so I remember the big thing it was all old fashioned stuff. And I used to roll my eyes at them and go like, everybody knows that. Look at them in the eyes, firm handshake. Are those
Mhm.
things still important, Haley?
They are. When you go in for an interview, they want our students, and we talk to them about this, dress appropriately, shake hands, make sure you introduce yourself, and don't go in chewing gum or, with tennis shoes undone, just things like that. It's just the simple things that you would think that would be known. Sometimes that changes with styles that are outside of the workforce. Sometimes they don't know to take that into the workforce. So,
Right.
that's one of the things that we talk to them about. And, we try to set them up to, when you go into this company, you want a career there, you want to stay. That's what these places are looking for. They're wanting people who want to come in and stay 20 years instead of 2 days. So that's kind of how we set our students up. We set them up for success, for the long run. And so far, it has worked out really well for us and for the students. Between having a great relationship with the students and the manufacturing companies locally and the high schools and the tech schools, it's been a great outreach here. It's been more than I could have ever expected.
Oh, absolutely it is. And just some of the tips you give the kids. I wish we'd had something like the internet and
Mhm.
I love the tips you give the kids, go on the internet and check them out and Facebook. And we've got about a little bit less than 3 minutes left in this segment. What do you want to talk to folks about their Facebook page? Do they need to kind of clean that up just a little bit?
Yes. And,
Employers
that's,
want it.
yes, and I think that a lot of times that, students here or even people in general, they're out looking for a job. They don't realize these companies are going to check your Facebook. They're going to see what type of person you are, what you're posting, and even TikTok. We have to warn them, I know it seems fun and it's great, but watch what you post, watch what you say, because companies are looking at that and they want someone who is upstanding, not someone who might, you know, be this in the daylight and this in the dark. So we have to really talk to them about that. And most of the students are very receptive to it. And even, when we're out talking to the community, we make it a point to even go out and do things, like the event we have here. We invite the community out here. We invite companies out here. And, that's one of the things that we talk to even people who are coming in to look for a job. Be prepared, have your resume, think about those things. And, when you come out and you're talking to someone, make it a point to be professional. Don't say, just something random and out of the blue. Introduce yourself as, I am so and so, and I am Haley Wilson. I'm just like, hey, I'm Haley. How are you today? That's kind of things that we do, and we even share that with the community. And so far, there has been a great response from the community because, again, people maybe that were in our generation don't really so much think about how things have changed when you were looking for a job then versus looking for one now.
That's absolutely true. And the neat thing about, I'm talking to the folks who are watching this from other states. The neat thing about our area, you don't have to worry about the Tide Pods going up their nose and stuff like that. We raise them right here.
Yes.
And they're hard workers. Haley, thank you so much for being on the show today. We didn't get near enough time. You got to come back more often.
Yes, I would love to. And thank you so much for having me. I've enjoyed this. And I hope that, someone who's considering college will come out and visit us. We offer tours here all the time. So by all means, contact us and let's get you set up and look around campus. Or if a son or daughter, niece, nephew, cousin wants to come, please, by all means, we will be happy to show you around this college anytime.
Absolutely. Check them out on the web. nacc.edu. Thank you, Haley.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I do too. Appreciate you guys. And we appreciate you for watching and for listening. We'll be back in just a few minutes with another super awesome guest. Bye, Haley. You take
Bye
care.
bye.